Absolutely.
So, good evening, good evening, good evening, good evening, everyone. I want to say welcome to another edition of Honest Hour. And tonight we have a very, very, very special guest, a very well known guest. This man is a man of many talents. He's photographer, videographer, interviewer, host, media, engineer, videos, you name it. This man's your go-to guy. He does it
Yep.
all and he makes it happen for whoever. He is the go-to guy. He is also humanitarian and a vegetarian.
That was
Give it
smooth.
up.
That was smooth. That was smooth.
Give it up for Big Veg. What's going on, my brother? Appreciate you
What's going
taking
on?
out time to come
Absolutely.
on.
Absolutely. I've been watching you do your thing, man. I respect your craft. You know what I'm saying? Um, I just respect what you do because you do what I do. You know what I mean?
I
So, I just respect what you do, and you know, um, I respect you, bro. You doing your thing, and we've been supposed to do this like 10 years ago.
We got it done. We're here now. You know
Yes.
that means
My
a lot.
apologies. My queen was texting me. I got make sure she's good. So
Good. You good.
you know what
You
I
know
mean?
that means a lot coming from you, someone who's in the game so long. You are an inspiration to me. Um, you, Moochie, and Lady Miz. Are the three
Yeah,
in this area, and
yeah.
I've had the
845.
honor of having Lady Miz on here. Moochie's
So
another one. She's extra hard to track down. Like
yeah. I mean, she be busy. I mean, these, the two queens, Lady Miz and Moochie, they definitely, they're doing their thing, man. Lady Miz, I know personally. I work with her personally. Moochie, I've seen countless years putting in that grind. You know what I'm
absolutely.
saying? So we, 845 shit, man. You know what I mean? 845 ends. We here, baby. Word.
We in the building. We making it happen. We making it
Mm,
happen.
no doubt.
You know, but we're gonna hop right into it.
Let's do it.
You are an 845, as you say, 845 billions. Is that am I
No,
pronouncing
no,
it
no, no,
correct?
no. 845 in.
845 Ian. Okay.
Not a
So
villain, because I'm not a bad guy.
no. I'm just want to make sure I'm
No,
pronouncing it right.
no, it's cool. It's cool. I'm not a bad guy. What bad guy wears a peace medallion? Right? I don't know.
That's true.
All good though. All good though. Rather ask than assume, but definitely 845 in from the get-go. You know what I mean? Rockland County all day. You know what I'm saying? Grew up out here between here and the Bronx. Yeah, man. 845. We here, baby.
What was your experience growing up? Like, you said you kind of were between both. So, what was your experience growing up in general?
Um, I mean, it was a beautiful thing, growing up. It's kind of like the best of both worlds, you know what I'm saying? Because, people that don't know about Rockland, people think that we're upstate, but we're not really upstate. We're literally 45 minutes away from New York City, depending on traffic.
Right.
Um, but yeah, man, it's cool, man. It's just, Rockland is very, what it is? Rockland County is like a lot of celebrities live up here and people don't know that. You know what I mean? Because celebrities that go to the city, like they go and they do their thing, but they come back up here to Rockland to get away from all the rah-rah stuff, right?
Yeah.
It's very quiet. It's very quiet in Rockland. So yeah, it's quiet, you know what I'm saying? And then when I went to the city, I'll be in the Bronx. My grandmama veg raised me. So that was a blessing. But yeah, you know what I mean? So, but yeah, it was a beautiful thing, man. Rockland County all day.
Yeah.
845, we're here. Always, bro. For
Yeah. I
life.
delivered down there. So, I know Rockland's small county, like the
Yeah,
small ones in the Hudson Valley.
yeah.
Very quiet, just really, it's not upstate. Like, if
We're
anything,
not. We're really, and people think we are, but we're literally like at the most an hour away, depending on where you gotta go to the city. So it's
right.
cool.
I mean, it's technically upstate from the city, but
Yeah,
upstate, when I think upstate, I think like Albany, I think Buffalo,
right,
like
right.
Rochester.
Right, right, yeah, yeah. That's upstate. You know, even Newburgh can be considered upstate. You know what I'm saying?
Right,
Newburgh,
absolutely.
you know, Syracuse. You know,
Yeah.
yeah, yeah, man,
You
for
know,
sure.
you can get up to Sullivan County, like that's the
Sullivan
sticks.
County, Orange County, all that,
Yeah,
Orangeburg or whatever. Yeah, yeah, definitely,
absolutely.
definitely.
Absolutely.
Word.
So what were some of the things you were interested in growing up?
Hip hop. Growing up, once again, bouncing back from the Bronx to Rockland, I got put on the hip hop culture at a young age, you know what I'm saying? And my grandmother was very religious, so talking about church every Sunday and all that, and one of my homies from school had gave me a Walkman. The old school tape Walkmans though, like not the CD walk. I'm talking about like cassette tapes, right?
Yep,
I'm showing
I have.
I'm showing my age, but it's all good. But yeah, so every time like my grandmother said goodnight and went to bed, closed the door, that's when I put the Walkman on, put the Tribe Called Quest in, the you know what I mean, Black Sheep, or I grew up during the golden era, you know what I'm saying? Talking about like Rakim, Native Tongues, Jungle Brothers, you know what I'm saying? De La Soul, you know what I'm saying? Big Daddy Kane, you know what I mean? Like, that era. LL, of course, my favorite artist in the world, LL Cool.
Okay.
You know what I mean? So, but yeah, so, I grew up on, late 80s, 90s hip hop culture.
Okay.
And I just started to explore like what hip hop was, the culture. And then I just became a hip hop head. I became a fan. I became a lover of the culture, you know?
Oh, exactly. And with that said, I don't know if I know you've been watching, but I don't know if you ever watched the whole episode or got to the part where I play this game called Honest Picks. And it's kind of just, kind of like, same thing like Drink Champs version.
Okay. This or that, this or that.
Right. Yep. And it's personal preference. There's no statistics involved. Just which one you like. I thought I would have a little more time because I wanted to deep divulge with you because I know I get that deep hip hop sense. But I have two categories: male hip hop and groups. Is there a preference where you'd want to start? Where you'd rather start?
I mean, whatever you want to do, bro. I'm following your groove. This is your
Okay.
show. This is your show.
Okay. All right. So I'm gonna start. Biggie or DMX?
Oh man.
He said, "Oh man."
Biggie or DMX? DMX. DMX. Respectfully.
Tupac or Jay-Z?
Tupac.
All right. I think this one's gonna shake you a little bit. Rakim or KRS-One?
Damn. There wouldn't be a Rakim without a Chris. I'm about to go with the culture. I'm about to go with Chris. Respect the Rakim. I interviewed him, by the way, but
Oh yeah.
Yeah, I'm gonna go with I'm gonna go with KRS-One.
Just another one. Just wanted to write down.
Mm-hmm.
Nas or Rakim?
That's a hard one. That's a hard one, bro. If we were on Drink Champs, if we were on Drink Champs, I'll probably have to take a shot for that. Cause
I mean, you can't say both if you choose. If you really can't pick, I just want to put that out there.
Understood. So I have to choose one.
No. You can say both.
Oh, okay, yeah. Then I'm taking a shot, bro. I can't, Rakim, obviously the God MC, and then Nas, like, come on, man, like, yeah. I'm both of them is on, definitely.
Can't go wrong either way, right?
Can't go wrong either way. Absolutely. Word.
Talib Kweli or Lupe Fiasco?
I would say with that, that's a good one. I haven't heard that one before. That's Talib Kweli.
Okay. Common or Kanye West?
Which Kanye, the old or new?
Ooh.
See now I flipped it on you, right?
I mean, listen, his for me, his respect was built through the first 5 albums.
Yes.
So,
So I guess so we going to old Kanye?
We're gonna go with them first 5 album Kanye versus Common.
So old Kanye versus Common. Common. Damn. That's another good one. Kanye is such a genius, and Common. I come from the era of common sense.
And that album he did this year with Pete Rock was woo.
Yeah, that but bananas.
Not
I'm gonna have to say Kanye West, old Kanye.
Okay.
Yeah.
Based on what you said, I kind of know what you're gonna pick here. Daddy Kane or LL Cool J?
LL Cool J. LL Cool J. He's the GOAT. I mean, there will be no Big Daddy Kane if there was no LL Cool J. So
you got the honor to meet LL?
No, not yet. But Mikey D is like literally his best friend and his right hand. Like, this is the man that helped create his name. And I'm his right hand. I'm Mikey D's right hand. You know what I'm saying? So it's gonna happen sooner or later, but I have not had a chance to. That's actually like a very big bucket list before I retire from media correspondent work is to interview LL Cool J. It'll happen, but it hasn't happened yet. But it will. It will.
It's gotta happen.
Absolutely.
And his album was great this year. Like
The Force. Make sure, if everybody's tapping in, we gotta support our forefathers, our artists, our hip hop veterans that paved the way for all of us. So definitely.
Absolutely. That album was, man, I like I've always liked LL, but when I heard it was like just the first song. I'm like, oh, we're doing this, like
no, definitely.
This is what we're doing. Okay? I'm mad.
LL. I mean, the fact that he's still doing it to this day is like, there's no excuse like why you should not be pushing, yourself to the limit. You know what I'm saying? So definitely shout out to the GOAT. Shout out to the GOAT.
Andre 3000 or Black Thought?
Andre 3000. Yeah, Andre 3000. Andre 3 stacks. 3 stacks.
Okay. I put Common in here twice, so whatever. We'll go with it. Most Def or Common?
Most Def or Common. That first album from Most Def is so ill.
Oh, it's one of my Black on Both Sides. One of my favorite albums of all time. I was just listening to that like 2 weeks ago.
Bro. Most Def.
Okay. Big Pun or Big L?
Ooh, I've heard this before. That question.
My guest last week was an artist named Kels Turner, and he was like, I really hope no one ever would ask me that.
Yeah. Big Pun or Big L? Damn. That's a good one right there. Because, I mean, Big Pun, no matter, like, the size, like, he had the whole multi-syllabalistic groove, and which he adopted from Kool G Rap. And then Big L, like, he was just so ill, bro. He was so ahead of his... Big L was so ahead of his time, bro.
I feel like Papoose kind of gave us what Big L wasn't allowed to give us. Like, not saying they're like the same, but just
no. You can hear the inspiration, definitely. Even that other brother, RJ Payne.
Yes.
RJ Payne too. Big Pun and Big L. Okay, I'm gonna make a decision. Big Pun or Big L? Big L. I'm a big L fan. Respect the Big Pun, but Big L.
Jada or Fab?
Oh, Jadakiss, of course, respectfully. Shout out to Fab, but
Of course.
Jada all the way. You know what I mean? Yonkers, word up.
Ghostface or Method Man?
Mmm. The cow, Method Man.
Okay, okay. J. Cole or Kendrick Lamar?
J. Cole. I like K Dot, but Cole is just I don't know. I just fuck with Cole, man. I fuck with Cole. Cole's they're both dope. You know what I mean? Shout out to K Dot for the W with him and Drake. So but Cole, you definitely Cole. No, no, no. I take that back. K Dot, because Cole disappointed us because he tapped out. He ran out on the battle. So
Okay, fair enough.
no. K Dot, because respect to Cole, but as a hip hop head, like I can't let that go. Like if you throw your, if you throw yourself in a battle, like you can't like
Back
you
out.
make up and shake hands later. Like you don't say sorry in the middle, like because nah, man. Like you in a battle, nah.
Or would have been different if he never entered. If he never did 7 minutes, never entered. Just like
it would have been better if you just stayed out the battle, like and just on the sidelines, like whatever. But you don't do a diss record, then the next day take the diss off, and then the following day you go on stage saying, "Yo, my bad, sorry, blah blah blah." Nah, man, you say that later. It's like when Nas and Jay-Z went to war. They had their back and forth and all that, and Nas came with the ether and you know what I mean, shebang.
Yeah.
But then after all that was done, Hove hit up Jay-Z. Hove hit up Nas and was like, "Yo, you good? Yo, let's." Then they pieced it out, and
they all do it, and that one was real. Because sometimes they're not real. Like with 50 Cent in the games, squashed it. That wasn't real. Because you could still even see the animosity when they did it. Like they did it for perception.
They did it for the cameras. You know what I'm saying? But then after that, I think somebody went at each other. I don't know who, but yeah. But K Dot on that one. K Dot. Shout out to Cole, but K Dot.
Ice Cube or Snoop Dogg?
Uncle Snoop.
Okay.
Respectfully.
EPMD or Cypress Hill?
EPMD, East Coast. Respectfully.
Brand Nubian or the Ghetto Boys?
Brand Nubian. There was a connection to the native tongues, so Brand Nubian.
Slum Village or the Far Side?
Ooh. Oh man.
I love my hip hop. I'm with you on that.
He says Slum Village or Far Side. A lot of people forget about Far Side, man.
One of their first album, oh man.
Yeah.
First album is just one of my favorites.
Bananas. Far Side. They was also part of the native tongue, so Far Side.
G Unit or the Locks?
The Locks. Just because they're from Yonkers, 914. They're basically our cousins to a degree. So the Locks.
Black Moon or Black Star?
Ooh. Okay. Big shout out to Boot Camp Click. Rest in peace to Sean Price. Black Moon.
Eric B and Rakim or Pete Rock and CL Smooth?
Eric B and Rakim.
The Roots or De La Soul?
De La Soul. Native tongues.
Run DMC or Bone Thugs and Harmony?
Run DMC.
NWA or Wu-Tang?
I've heard that question. Wu-Tang. I'm from the East Coast, so Wu-Tang.
Outkast or A Tribe Called Quest?
Tribe Called Quest. Native tongues.
And the 3 bonus ones: Stevie Wonder or Ray Charles.
Ooh, damn, that's bonkers.
One of my guests called that the Battle of the Blinds. I'm like, damn.
Pretty much.
The Battle of the Blinds.
Stevie Wonder.
Aretha Franklin or Whitney Houston.
Come on, man.
He's like, this is just stressful.
I mean, I grew up in the 90s, bro. Whitney.
And I'm sure you know what the last one is. Michael Jackson or Prince.
Oh, MJ, respectfully. But don't get twisted. Prince will just like Prince is the ultimate one-man band king.
Yes.
That brother could sing, play the guitar, play the trumpet. He could be the whole band and just rock.
And do it in high heels.
And could take your girl.
I'm just about to say it. And take your woman home.
And could take your woman home. You know what I'm saying? And then take the homie's woman.
Listen.
You know what I'm saying? So shout out,
dude.
Yeah, shout out to Prince, man. But Michael Jackson, I just grew up on Michael Jackson once again through the 90s. I mean, you know what I mean? That's when his peak was. You know what I'm saying? Like, you know, Thriller, you know, Off the Wall, like, come on, man. Like,
listen, I grew up on him too. I love Michael Jackson to this day.
Michael Jackson
right here, actually.
Yo, we just had Halloween. Every year that you know people do the Thriller joint. Like,
yeah,
come on, yo. Like, what? Come on.
Here
man.
we are, like what, 30, 40 years later. Like,
come on,
and it's still relevant. Yeah, what? Thriller was it 84? No.
Something. Thriller and you know, Thriller, I believe, is like the most selling or one of the most selling albums of all time. Like, and this is before streaming, so this is people going to the store and getting the CD with the cover and the book and the lyrics, you know, and DJs with the vinyl. Like, this is before like online sales and shit. Like, all that was organic. So MJ is the GOAT forever. Respect to Prince, but Michael Jackson forever. And then the tours when he performed, like all these girls fainting and shit. Oh,
you
bro.
Just turn his head from this way to that way. Oh my God!
Like, and not even at the beginning of the show, he would jump on the stage, and just do this.
Just stand there,
for like 10 minutes.
And then boom,
glasses on and all that. Girls is fainting already. Yo, the show didn't even start before they do you know what I'm saying? Jam. I think he always performs Jam first.
And Man in the Mirror was last.
Yeah, yes, there you go. So it's like shit is crazy, bro. Michael Jackson to go forever, for real.
Well, I hope you enjoyed that game. It seems like that just really gets everyone either stressed out or just ready to interview.
No. That's a good that's a dope icebreaker. So
right, especially for a guest like we've communicated, but we've never met in person.
Most definitely.
You know, so even just like this, it's just a good, like you said, icebreaker. You know,
no doubt, definitely,
you know?
No, definitely, brother. That was dope.
Because you know, I work with John Eldred. He speaks very highly of you, and you do.
That's my guy, man. Shout out to my guy Johnny.
You do your thing with them videos, man.
I mean, no lie, he was like the first. He was the first video I did in 2019 when he did the first 845 MVP 845 MVP cipher.
The one at the boxing.
Yeah, we went at the boxing joint. Yes. So that was my first video.
Wow.
That's my first music video I ever directed, I ever shot. Like, well, not shot, but like my first music video I ever directed and shot. That was my first one.
Yeah, because we were talking. This was real recent, like 5 months ago.
Okay.
And we were talking about the last cipher that he did. And he was like, yeah, man, Veg does all my videos. I'm like, really? And then I really never looked until I watched and seen your name on it. I was like, damn, I've been watching these videos for 5 years and
Yeah.
never even like realized it. Like,
Yeah. Shout out to Johnny, man. He helped me find another talent, and now I'm doing videos for all types of people, man, all types of talent, you know what I'm saying, 845 and beyond, you know. Yeah, it's a blessing, bro. Definitely a blessing to find that type of talent, because once again, creating a music video is it's artistic,
absolutely, absolutely.
Word up. Absolutely.
So, but before we get to that portion, you
Yeah,
have a degree with honors in audio engineering.
I do.
And so was is that is when you engineer is someone who, and John ironically explained this to me because I didn't know the difference between a producer and an engineer.
There's a difference.
There's a real big difference.
Mm-hmm.
So and if I'm wrong, just guide me to the right definition if I say it incorrectly. The producer kind of just listens and says kind of what he wants in a sense. The engineer is the one playing with that large keyboard that's millions of dollars with all the buttons and all the tunes, and they're the one really making the magic happen in a sense.
You got it to a degree. But- oh, something went off. Or?
Yeah, it was my phone.
Okay. What's I saying? So you got it to a degree. A producer is the one that does what you say, in a sense of telling the artist or engineer what they want. But there's also producers that actually, construct the instrumental. They also, there's producers that also make the beat, make production, you know what I'm saying, from the hi-hat, the snare, the kick drum, horns, and all the sounds and whatever. You know what I'm saying? So, but then there's also, like you said, producers that actually like are the maestro.
Mm-hmm.
You know what I mean? And then the sound engineer is basically the person that's basically just taking care of as far as the recording, mixing of everything, the engineer. I wouldn't say it's on the keyboard, but it's on the mixing board. They are the one that's, recording the vocals, recording the tracks, in the sense of the hi-hat, like I said, the kick drum, snare, and so on and so forth. So, but that's um the engineer producer are vital sources in music, and will be vital forever, no matter if robots take over the world and AI does this and that and the third. You still need a good ear to mix your records and to record them. You still need a good ear to produce your record. And I'm not just talking about producing, like actually making a beat, but producing the record in a whole, like, putting the ad-libs here, the vocals there, the hook maybe in the front, in the back, or whatever, like, you know what I'm saying? So there's different roles that producers and engineers, even the engineer could be the producer sometimes, because the engineer could be rearranging the instrumental, like how you hear, for example, we just talked about Michael Jackson.
Right.
Man in the Mirror, you hear Man in the Mirror, like, there's a hook, there's a bridge, there's a verse, there's an intro, there's an outro. Like, I'm sure when Michael Jackson was in the studio, there was a lot of experimentation going on. He was telling the engineer to put this here, and telling Quincy Jones, rest in peace to Quincy Jones, right? Quincy Jones to do this, you know what I mean? So, it just depends, So
a lot of pieces and elements to it. People think making a song is easy, and I just like you, I've interviewed a lot of artists, and it ain't. I give anyone in that who's in that portion of the music business all the credit in the world, because that is not easy.
It's not. It's not at all. Easy. It's not. But yeah, man, I got a degree. Institute of Audio Research, degree with honors, man. After I found my gift, after teaching myself how to sound engineer, how to be an audio engineer, what's the next thing you do? Go to school, right?
Absolutely.
So taught myself 4 years. I went to school, did the 9-month program there. Got my audio degree with honors, and even the dopest thing is in the middle of that. I acquired an internship at Interscope Records. For those that don't know, Interscope Records is the label that that's made famous by artists like 50 Cent, G Unit, Eminem, Dr. Dre, Death Row in the 90s, and so on and so forth. I mean, I'm sure there's other acts, but those are acts that I know off the top of my head.
Right.
No Soldier Boy, you know what I'm saying, and all that, early Soldier Boy. In fact, I got down with Interscope when Soldier Boy made his debut with the Crank That.
That's nice. See, I love when these interviews come together. That was the next question.
Yeah. Daddy Yankee too. Daddy Yankee. Speaking of Common, he had a joint venture deal with Interscope, with Geffen Records, and Mary J. Blige too. So yeah, I had a chance to interview. I met Common when we had to be at TRL to promote his album. He did an album with like not with the Neptunes, but the Neptunes produced one of his biggest singles with Mary J. Blige. I forget the name of the record, but yeah, I was on that team. It was so dope, so dope.
Man, that's what's up.
Yeah.
So within that internship, what other skills or things did you learn that helped develop you and develop your skills to where you are now?
Well, the biggest thing with the internship, as far as the Interscope internship, I learned promotion and marketing.
Okay.
So keep in mind, like every time they called me to promote, we were promoting 50 Cent's Curtis album.
Mm-hmm.
This was the time when 50 Cent went against Kanye West.
Yeah,
it was Curtis versus Graduation.
Yep, 2007.
So I was the guy that was helping promote Curtis.
Wow, that's dope.
It's funny. I chose old Kanye West earlier, right? But yeah. So, but these were the days where there was really no social media. It wasn't like, I mean, the earliest social media, this was like MySpace, the MySpace era.
Right, yeah.
So this is the time where there were still street teams. We were out with the picket fences, with the it was crazy, bro. But yeah, I learned really promotion and marketing. Promoting Common when he dropped his album, promoting Daddy Yankee. I believe this is when he dropped Gasolina. Don't hold me to that, but
that was a hit for him. Like that was a big hit.
That was the hit that kind of helped catapult reggaeton to its peak around that time.
Yes.
What else? Mary J. Blige. For a brief time, Carl Thomas was on Interscope too. For a brief time.
So I met, in and out.
Yeah. I met him and he was man cool. But yeah, man, I mean the biggest thing is just promotion and marketing, just promoting yourself and just putting yourself out there. Especially in this day and age of social media, you just got to push yourself. Especially in this day and age of saturated, like this game is so saturated. Everybody and their mama's uncle wants to be a host, rapper, singer. Streamer, gamer, everything, right? I'm not against it. Go and get it, but just you have to understand, like you got to put the work in and to be seen, like and to be heard, like.
Right. It's kind of like, yeah. It's kind of like like I was gonna take a little break from doing this, and I was told that was a bad idea because the minute you take that break, like I was even gonna like not do shows the week of Thanksgiving, right? But now Monday I got an interview with Showtime, and then Friday I got another interview with a local guy, Ice the God. He's dropping a
The God.
project.
Let me tell you something about Ice the God. Real quick, not to cut you off, but
you good. You good.
Ice the God, like, if there's anybody that believes in himself more, like it's him. Like that brother is like it's like if you open a dictionary,
Yeah,
and you go to the word confidence, you're gonna see a picture of him. Ice the God is the most confident artist out here in the 845. Like, he talks so highly of himself. It's like you have to like believe him that he's so dope. You have to check him out. And he's dope. I'm not saying he's not.
Right.
I'm not saying he's not, but he's just so highly confident in himself. Like you have to I commend that brother, because in this day and age of saturated artists, Ice the God, that brother he's doing his thing, man. And like I said, he is the meaning of confidence. He is the meaning of confidence. Shout out to Ice the God, and on top of that, he's an 845 in. So,
listen,
what I'm saying. So, shout out to Ice the God. And you say you're interviewing Showtime. You mean Showtime from Showtime Battle League?
Yes.
Shout out to Showtime as well. He's been doing this. He's been doing this for a long time, since the DVD era. So his he has longevity embedded in him, and he's still doing it to this day, giving people interviews and all that. I've been on the shows a couple of times doing co-hosting with him as well. So shout out to Showtime, man. That brother's doing this thing, and I wish everybody the best as far as what they do and moving into the next year. Shout out to Showtime, shout out to Ice the God, man. Word is bond. That's just dope.
Yeah, they'll be on next week, both of them. So
dope.
Now it's just about figuring out and elevating, because when I see certain people, they always out there, and you're one of those people, like in your energy, everyone loves your energy, like just the way you just come on, like, yo, this your man Big Vegg, and it's just like you were interviewing one artist, I can't remember her name, and she just like looked at you and said, I love your energy. It's contagious.
Yeah.
Beautiful thing.
Thank you, man. Thank you, brother. Thank you.
So now, you also do a lot of independent freelance work, which is what we touched base on earlier with the video and making the music videos.
Yes, sir.
Was because you said that you just recently started doing that. But
No. I started in 2019.
Well, the only thing I'm just trying to get here, because it says here video editing and sound engineer, that was May 2008 to present. So you said, you weren't taking videos, were you just editing video at that time, or or were you doing a little bit of each?
I was doing a little bit of both. You know what I'm saying? Because I picked up a camera in 2015, and I just, I went in. I just, because before the video stuff, of course, the sound engineering, like I said earlier, but I ran a radio show, an internet radio show called Rock Runner Radio.
Okay.
I ran that from 2012 to 2016. And this was around the era, 2015 was the era of when YouTube started to come into play. This was the baby stages, right? Like you could post anything on YouTube, like fights or whatever. You could take people's instrumentals and beats, and they wouldn't get taken down, right? Like this free play. You could do anything.
Right, before they start putting in copyright laws and things.
Yeah. Before I got strict. So I saw that you could do this, right? You could put videos up. Okay, cool. Like, so I adapted, right? Like, okay, let me get a camera and started learning the trick of the trade of how to shoot and edit videos. And I started then, and but as far as music videos, I started it in 2019 with Johnny's MVP 845 cipher being the first one in the boxing ring that we did, and then that was kind of like the spark that got me into shooting music videos. You know, one of the first that I did was also Lady Miz as well. That was dope. You know, Lady Miz is, is very like prolific with her music. It's a lot of purpose. It's a lot of meaning, substance.
Absolutely.
When it comes to Lady Miz's music. So, and that's also another thing. Like, I don't just jump on anybody's like, that want to do like music videos. Like, I don't just like you hit me up like in the DM like, yo, I want to do a music video. I gotta make sure first of all I like the record, I like the music.
Right.
If I don't like the music, then I ain't doing it.
You want to make sure, in a sense, that it's something that you can have a vision for,
most definitely,
and that you can also enjoy, because
yeah.
You know what I'm saying? Because certain artists you're not going to, and it's
what it is.
Like they could be saying, "Yo, Veg, I'm gonna pay you $2 million to do this video for 2 years."
I don't care.
Your morals and your principles as a hip hop historian, let's say,
most definitely,
you're not gonna sell yourself out. You could be down to your last dollar, but you're like, I don't need that.
That is a fact, and it's real because literally a year ago around this time, things was getting slow and things were slowing down, and I kind of had to figure things out in other ways. And artists was hitting me up, man, like, yo, Veg, you do a video, da da da. I got the budget. I'm like, all right, send me the record, let me hear it, da da da. And I heard the record, I didn't like it. It was, like, and you know what it is too. Like, I wanted not only that. Obviously, my soul is not for sale. That's definitely for sure. But my catalog, like if you see the videos that I helped produce and put together, like all of my videos are just behind dope music. I don't want to be behind anything that is like deteriorating first of all the culture and deteriorating us as a people. If you're talking murder, kill in your records and selling whatever, and I mean, that's not my groove, respectfully. Like, I decline. Like, like no against what the artist does. That's just not my groove. And and there's 10 million, videographers and directors. You go find somebody else to do it. But when it comes to Big Veg, like I kind of have a reputation for like a strict reputation for a positive group. So
positive energy and things. I have that as well. And like I said, prime examples. There's a guy I know. He's from Newburgh. His name's Jordan Singleton.
No doubt.
And we were friends. And like my third episode of this show was Andromeda.
The Queen. Yo, real quick, not to cut you off. Make sure everybody go stream that I'm Cool joint. I'm Cool video out now. I know you had her on the like two shows ago, something like that, right?
Yeah, she was on the day the I'm Cool video dropped. So actually, it was actually last Tuesday she was on.
Yep. It was her birthday, I believe.
Yes, Wednesday was her birthday.
Yeah. So make sure everybody go stream that. Team 845, and you know what time it is. And she is so dope. Man. Yo. All right, my fault. Go ahead. You were saying
good. So she said some things in that interview that caused this individual to call me. I had heard from him in like 8 years, and he was like, he was very supportive at first, and then he's just this, that. He's like, I wanted to talk to you about some things she said. I was like, all right, but she wasn't talking about you. She said contractually she can speak about it, right? So I left it alone. If you're telling me you can't talk about it, we move forward. So then he was like, well, if you want a real interview, have me come on. I said, nah, because I don't like your energy. Right. You've been a certified troll the whole 10 to 12 years I've known you, and you're probably doing it now. I said, I don't want you to be on my show. So now, his ego's hurt, his feelings are hurt, and the thing is, he's doing his thing. Like he's been doing rap battles himself, and it's just like I'm just like our energies don't align. I'm not gonna bring you in on my platform for you to talk
Right.
crazy.
All
And
crazy.
then now I'm canceled before I'm even off the ground.
Right, right. No, I feel you. I feel you. I mean, you definitely chose the right path. I mean, it is what it is. You know what it is, man. This industry is crazy, man. 1 minute people will love you, next minute they hate you. It's a crazy industry, man. I've been in this game for 20 plus years. I've seen a lot of people come and go. I've
Right.
seen a lot of people get into some bullshit, bro. I've seen a lot of people just and you probably avoided a crazy bullet there, because if you would have, respectfully, this is my opinion.
Right.
If you would have brought him on your platform and he would have went off, and this is your platform. This is your platform. This is the platform that he spoke on. So it's because of you he's saying this stuff to a degree, because you can't control what he does and what he says, but he's on your platform saying all this stuff. So it looks like you're kind of like not helping him, but you're contributing to him saying whatever he says.
Giving him the opportunity.
Bingo, exactly. So yeah, you dodged the bullet, homie. So kudos to you, and I hope he kind of understands what you were trying to do. You're just not trying to create no more drama, whatever.
Right. Yeah. And he
It is what it is. It is what it is, man.
And he recently tried it again, and I shut him down. And I just he started the ignorance. I'm not about that. I don't have time. I'm married. I have children.
I hear that.
I'm trying to be great. I don't have time for that.
I'm the same. I got a queen myself, man, and I'm not. And
Shout out to her. I see the pictures. Y'all look very happy, man. For real.
Thank you. That's my baby. That's my lady Veg, man. Shout out to my queen Lee. It's my baby, man. You know what I'm saying? Holding it down. You know what I mean? We 3 years in April, man. It's going down 3 years together, man. Beautiful thing. Love wins. Love wins. So, but yeah, man, you dodged the bullet. That's what's up. Keep it moving and grooving.
Absolutely. So now I want to talk about, I got it, Sheen Magazine, media correspondent, camera operator. That seems like, it seems like every job you have, or every opportunity, let's say, because I don't want to label it as a job that makes it sound like something we don't want to do, but every opportunity seems like you've made the most of it. And that's where it says interviewing guest. Was that your first experience with interviewing? Was with this opportunity afforded to you?
No. I mean, I've been doing interviews before that. She Magazine, that was later. I think my first time doing that, I guess off camera we could start, is when I did the internet radio show with Rock Runner Radio. That's how I got into hosting. And then when I got my camera in 2015, that's when I transitioned from doing internet radio to doing interviews on camera. So, and even that was a ladder I had to climb, because now I had to learn how to understand the sonics of doing an interview, shooting the interview, editing the interview, like just doing all that. Now keep in mind, like, I'm like a one-man band. Like, I'll show up somewhere, camera on the tripod, microphones ready, but all me. Mm-hmm. I conduct the interview. I shoot the interview. Then I edit the interview. All by myself. 90% of the time, all by myself. Mm-hmm. Where people need a squad, they need the lighting, they need the person watching the camera, they need somebody to come touch up whatever, like, you know what I'm saying, makeup artist or whatever, like, you know what I'm saying. And I'm not knocking them. If they got a team, that's great that you have people that's reliable. Sadly, in this day and age, like, a reliable person is very uncommon. So I've just gotten I've just gotten so used to doing it by myself. You know what I'm saying? Of course, you know, excuse me. Of course, you know the brand that LL Cool J has, Rock the Bells, right?
Yeah.
He had his Rock the Bells festival about maybe 2-3 years ago. I did all that by myself.
Wow.
I went out there, set up a monopod, camera on top, microphones and all that. Did it all by myself. Interview cast like Large Professor, Onyx,
Mm-hmm.
the president of Rock the Bells, the editor in chief of Rock the Bells, all of that by myself, bro. Like Styles P, Bun B, crazy, bro. Crazy interviews. But most of it I did by myself, bro. Like, you know what I'm saying? It's just crazy, bro. Like, I'm telling you, like, you know, and don't get twisted. There's still cons about that because you could think that everything is fine. Like, you press record, you do the interview, and then keep it
Right.
moving. Right? There's times where you do all that and you keep it moving. Then when you get home and you look back at the footage, one of the interviews you didn't press record for,
Oh.
or one of the interviews the microphone was off
Oh.
and it's mute. The whole shit is mute. So it's just like this.
And there's no recovering or fixing that.
Nothing.
It's like it
Done.
never happened.
Basically. So I've lost interviews because of that. You know what I'm saying? I mean, obviously a lot, you know, now I'm a lot more, you know, I won't say better, but I would say more careful.
Yeah.
Make sure I'm recording and make sure that everything's going on, everything's ready, you know what I'm saying? But even still, bro, even still, like, you know, nowadays, you know, human error, like you can't avoid that. It's human error. It is what it's gonna happen, but you know, yeah, bro, you just, you know, but yeah, I've been doing it since 2012, bro. So I've been doing interviews since 2012 because of the radio show.
Yeah.
I've been doing interviews since like 2015 on camera. So next year will be 10 years I've been doing interviews on camera. And yeah, I've been doing this a long time, bro. Long time, bro.
And it's interesting you say that because, like I said, I look at you, Lady Miz, and Moochie, right? And and there's other select people, but I like to learn from my locals as well.
Most
And
definitely.
a lot of my craft, right, comes from what I see from the three of you individuals, and you all not inspire me. And what I see is it's weird because all three of you do things much differently, right?
Absolutely.
Because she, you know, Moochie has the production team and all that now, right? She that's and respect to her because she's busted her ass. I've been watching since reporting live 845.
Right.
You know, like Black
so
Rob was on the show. Like that's when I was been watching. Then I look at Lady Miz. She does most of her stuff, you know, in a location. Everything's controlled, right?
Yeah.
Whereas with you, it's not controlled because just about all your interviews, right? You're out at, you know, Rock the Bells, or you're out here, or you're out there. I think I seen one with Ja Rule on like a golf course of some sort.
Yeah, yeah, Ja Rule. Yo, yeah. It be, you know what it is? It just spontaneous shit is crazy, dog. Like you run into these people, and it's just like you got to do it, and it's just crazy. Yeah, definitely. Yeah. It's crazy, man. Shout out to Ja Rule, man. Shout out to Ja Rule, man.
So when you look at that, like it's all like it's weird, like because as I start to understand this business and try to find my way to doing that kind of stuff, you know, another friend of mine, I utilize him for some production needs. His name's Elijah. He just started his own media company, 3AA Media, right?
Dope.
And he does these men's breakfasts because he's trying to grow, you know, and expand everyone. But like he said to me, he goes, listen, sometimes you got to outsource. He's like, I did a video. He did like a video ordeal like on a Thursday. He said, then I had to shoot this on a Friday. So I got a video person and then I got a photography person. I send them everything I have and they do the editing. And I pay. He's like, because that affords me more opportunities.
Most definitely.
They get a base of 200. If I charge X amount for the job, they get more money.
Right.
Like I was like, I can't even be mad at that. I can't.
Yeah. No, definitely. Respect, King. Respect.
So, do you remember your very first interview? Like the very first one you did, who it was, and were you like nervous doing it?
My first interview. My first interview. My first interview. That's a good question. My first interview. Who was that? That's a good question. Who was my first interview? Well, you know what? I can't say I don't remember. But
done a lot of interviews over the years.
Next year will be 10 years, King. Something serious, all right?
Well, something serious.
But I will tell you my first celebrity interview.
Okay, we can go with that.
DJ Self.
Oh, word?
DJ Self. This is when he first got down with Love and Hip Hop. This is when he was like first bubbling at Power 105. Up at Power 105. Long story short, I knew his brother. Big shout out to my guy, another inspiration, my man, Mr. Walker. This is his older brother.
Okay.
And we did work together, me and Mr. Walker. And I told him, hey, I would love to interview DJ Self whenever the opportunity comes, And he's like, all right, cool, Veg, when that opportunity comes, be ready. And I'm like, I got you. So, we're working, whatever. And then Mr. Walker, he gives me a call. He's like, listen, he calls me. He's like, yo, Veg. In fact, I got him I interviewed him on my radio show. It's funny how karma works. I interviewed him on my internet radio show to promote, I think, an event he was doing at the 4040 Club. And shout out to Hov, shout out to Jay-Z. Just cause. And I guess good karma kind of follows me. And he called me up I think one night. It might have been the night before. It probably was, or maybe a day or two before. I don't know. I know it was somewhat short notice, but he called me. He's like, listen, I'm gonna get you in to interview DJ Self. Get a cameraman ready, get what you need. Yeah. This was the time where I was using somebody to do camera work, whatever, right? So boom. It's funny how that worked out too. I'll get to that later. But boom, yeah. So he calls me, set it up. We go to Power 105, and this is like my first time at a radio show or a radio station, right?
Station.
Huh?
No. I was just saying, a radio station.
Yeah. At a radio station, and it's crazy. I'm looking around like, damn, I'm really here. Power 105, yo. And then I mean, DJ Self, I think he's on a break or something. And he's like, yo, let's do it. I'm like, all right, cool, let's go. Let's do it. So, and then we did the interview, and that was like my first time, man, like really like digging in. Like a lot of people don't know that, maybe they do, but if they don't, they don't. I don't really like write down my questions.
Mm-hmm.
I usually study the person, like to a point where I study them, and then like, okay, I get questions embedded in my mind. And this is no disrespect to those that do write their questions down, because everybody has their groove, and that's fine. But me personally, I just like my interviews to be very organic. You know what I'm saying? So if I do forget something, I forget something, it is what it is. Because they'll probably bring it up. They'll probably bring it up later, like, oh yeah, I meant to ask you. Then boom, right?
Right.
But yeah, that was my first like celebrity interview, was DJ Self. And during the interview, he gave me a compliment without even like doing it like on purpose. I asked him like, I always ask like inspirational questions, like, what are some gems you could drop to some people watching, blah, 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 blah. And he said, what is it? The 5 P's: proper preparation prevents poor performance. And he said, like you came here, you read my bio, you was ready to go. Like, and I said, no, thank you. I'm not messing up this one. Like, I was very prepared, you know what I mean? And he gave me a compliment without really trying to give me a compliment. So it kind of just showed, like, okay, he really picked up on, like, okay, I did my research, you know what I'm saying? Like, I really do that. Like, if I'm gonna sit down with you one-on-one, I'm gonna do my research and tap in and ask you the questions and really dig deep into your career. And then going on about the camera work, it's crazy because my one of my guys did the camera work, and with the microphone and all that, they shot it and all that. And then on the side, I had one of my guys shooting, just on some, shooting with my T5i, right? Just shooting it, just on another camera, right? Just cause. It so happened that the main guy that was shooting the camera work, he lost like half of the footage.
Ooh.
So literally, like, if you listen to the DJ Self interview, like 20-something minutes in, you're gonna hear it go from really good pure mic audio to camera audio.
Oh, and that's like going from like high def back to like a regular TV.
Pretty much, but I didn't care.
Yeah, as long as you had it.
But
nothing.
Right. But that just taught me, like, okay, I need to learn this shit for real, because I'd rather blame myself instead of blaming somebody else, or like, you know what I'm saying? Because ain't nobody gonna push you more than you.
Mm-hmm.
So, but regardless, the interview went out. Did his thing, did his rounds, and that was my first like celebrity interview. Was DJ Self of Love and Hip Hop, and that was like right when he like was on Love and Hip Hop, like I think season 7 or some shit. 6 or 7, and yeah, it was dope, man. That was my first celebrity interview, and I felt really good after that interview because it kind of just reminded me, like, yo, I could really do this,
Absolutely. You're like, okay, right. I'm on to something.
I'm definitely on to something. Yes, I'm on to something. Absolutely.
So, obviously that was the first of hundreds, thousands of
millions, the bazillions. Yes.
If you could name some of your favorite ones.
Oh yeah. I'll give you a top 5.
Okay.
Top five of my interviews.
No particular order?
No particular order. I'd rather not, because that's too crazy. Let's see. Top 5, right?
Mm-hmm.
Top 5. Rakim. Interviewing Rakim. Quick story. He was at a award show that he was getting honored. Big Daddy Kane was there. Slick Rick. Rick James' daughter. So many people, bro. It was so dope. Breakfast Club. I interviewed Charlamagne the God that night too. But yeah, Rakim. So we get there, start setting up. My executive producer at the time was like, "Yo, set up," because we was in the front, red carpet and all that. Set up the cameras, mics. I'll be right back. Boom. He walks off. All right, cool. Set the camera, tripod, blah blah blah. He comes back maybe 5-10 minutes later. He's like, "Yo, Veg, listen, grab the camera, the tripod, the mics. Come with me right now." I'm like, "Oh shit, okay, all right." So grab the shit. And I guess he takes me backstage where Rakim was taking pictures with the Breakfast Club. June Ambrose, the queen of fashion, was taking pictures with this person and Charlamagne, and it was just backstage. Everybody was backstage, and I got a quick pic with Big Daddy Kane.
Oh, that's fire!
Crazy! I'm telling you, he was moving, and I caught that shit. It's crazy. So it got to a point where, like, okay, Rakim's chilling. My executive producer is like, yo, Rakim, can we get an interview? And Rakim with the deep voice, laid back. Yeah, no doubt. You know what I'm saying? Let's do it real quick.
That's
you know what I mean? Word up. Like, you know what I mean? Let's knock it out. You know what I mean? He's like, all right, cool. So we did the intro for the show. And then we put in position to do the interview with Rakim. Rakim is standing next to me, bro.
Yeah.
I'm like,
you're like, oh shit. Like,
yeah, I'm nervous and excited at the same time. So excited and nervous, right? I had mad questions. I had questions about Paid in Full, Eric being Rakim, Golden Era, how he changed the game with the flow. I had mad questions, bro. My executive producer says action, I go blink.
Oh,
I forget all my I don't write down my questions.
Right.
That's another con. If you don't write down your questions and you're gonna blink, then you gotta hold the interview. You gotta freestyle the interview, which I did. I did okay. I had so many questions, bro, about Eric being Rock. Like I had so many questions, bro. Like,
and he said,
I just lost.
It was like,
yeah. But I did my thing, and it was a good interview. Rakim said good job. So that's all that matters.
You had to improvise.
Yes, I had to improvise. Yes, and that's what I did. That's what I did, and that's also another good gift of the fact that I don't write down my questions. Like I have questions in my mind that's generic questions already in my mind that any artist could answer. You know what I'm saying? So that's that. Rakim is 1. 4 more, right? I think another good interview was Large Professor.
Okay.
Large Professor, man, Rock the Bells Festival. The first Rock the Bells Festival. It was dope. I mean, his energy was dope. He was just so dope. And he gave a dope gem, for people that want to get into this game. Just if you love what you do it for the love.
Mm-hmm.
Get money, that's cool, but like do it because you love it, like do it because you love it. You know what I mean?
Right.
He's still rocking, he's still doing it. Like do it because you love it. You know what I'm saying? So shout out to Large Professor, right? That's 2. We got 3 more, right?
Yes, sir.
3 more. I did so many damn interviews, man. 3 more. I guess I'll drop something I did recently. Vina Love, which happens to be the daughter of Kid Capri.
Okay.
The Kid Capri. Vina Love is mad cool. Make sure you guys check her out. She's doing her thing. Ill vocalist. You know what I'm saying? Ill vocalist. Vina Love is dope. So shout out to Vina Love.
I'll have to check her out.
Yeah, definitely. She dope. Her energy is just so groovy, man. Shout out to Vina Love. 2 more. Onyx.
Oh yeah, that had to have been dope.
Their energy, so dope. Especially Sticky Fingers. Fragile Star is so laid back. Like Fragile Star is so laid back, and Sticky Fingers is mad hype. Like they're the perfect mashup of like yin and yang.
Yeah, right? For real. Sticky Fingers is always out of pocket. Like even when he's like acting, right? His characters are out of pocket, but that's just him. Like in general.
Yeah. So shout out to Onyx. They was dope, and Onyx is legendary group from Queens, and it's just dope, man. Shout out to Onyx.
Absolutely.
And I got 1 more, right? One more. I'm sorry, bro. I got to look at my Instagram because I did so many people.
You're good. No worries.
I'm cheating right now.
Listen, it is what it is. Listen,
this
is why it's called Honest Hour. We're being honest here.
Being honest. Yeah, I'm definitely being honest.
We are honest on this.
Yeah. Grand Wizard Theodore.
Okay.
The man that created the scratch technique.
Okay, you can't go wrong with that. That's a pioneer.
The reason why these motherfucking DJs scratch is because of him.
Mm-hmm.
So he's just so inviting and just like homie, you know what I'm saying? Like Grand Wizard Theodore could be a like obviously, you know, like you say he's a pioneer, but like he's like an uncle in hip hop, you know, like an Uncle Ralph. Oh my God, Uncle Ralph. Forgot about Uncle Ralph. I interviewed Ralph McDaniels.
He said, "Oh my God." All right, so you got an honorable mention too. One
Yeah,
of them
yeah.
is honorable mention.
But respectfully, Grand Wizard Theodore will be the honorable mention because Uncle Ralph is one of the reasons why I do what I do. We do what we do as far as host, and he was the blueprint for the host on camera.
Oh, okay, yeah. I see what
Uncle
you're saying.
Uncle Ralph McDaniels is the blueprint for the hosts before the Ed Lover, respectfully, before the Ed Lovers. And I interviewed Ed Lover too. That's another one. Goodness gracious. Ed Lover, before the Ed Lovers, before the Dr. the Dr. Dre from the East Coast.
Yes.
You know what I'm saying? Before the 106 in Parks with Free and AJ, before the TRLs, you know what I'm saying? Before the DJ Clues, before all the hosts that you see doing VJ work, Uncle Ralph is the blueprint. Uncle Ralph is the blueprint. I have to give that fifth slot goes to Uncle Ralph, respectfully.
Respectfully.
Grand Wizard Theodore, it will be the honorable mention.
Okay.
That's the only thing I put in line in order. Because Uncle Ralph, if it wasn't for Uncle Ralph, there would be no Big Veg, there'll be no you, there'd be nobody doing interviews, respectfully.
So there'd be no one doing nothing.
Absolutely. Uncle Ralph, man. You know, Uncle Ralph, man. Shout out to Uncle Ralph, man. Word up, man. He was and he co-signed me. So that come on, man. I can't get no better than that. Can't get no better than that. You know, Ed Lover too. Shout out to Ed Lover. Shout out to Grandmaster Kaz. Shout out to Mikey D. Shout out to everybody that gave me a chance to just talk to them because I'm big on getting the story.
Yeah.
Everybody has a story. And every story is influential to somebody, right?
Absolutely.
So word. That's that. Word.
Who are some people you would like to interview?
LL Cool J, De La Soul.
Ooh.
Shoot, the rest of the native tongues that I haven't, I've done Jungle Brothers. Yeah, that's another one. Jungle Brothers. Goodness gracious. Jungle Brothers. You know what I mean? But De La Soul, Queen Latifah, Moni Love, the whole native tongues, Black Sheep, Drez. Damn. If only Biggie was alive, that would have been dope. Pimp C. Because I did Uncle Bun, I did Bun B.
Oh, okay.
Another one. It's crazy.
You just keep coming up with them. You're like, damn.
I tell you, it's crazy, bro. My catalog is bonkers. Who else I want to interview? You know who I want to interview, bro? I want to interview Soulja Boy.
Really?
Because he be bugging, bro. I want to talk to him why he be bugging all the time and yelling at people and yelling at the damn phone all the time. Like, he need to take a chill pill and smoke some weed or something. Because I want to know, but I want to get into his mind and, like,
really understand.
Like, where is this anger coming from? Like, you need to just ignore people. Like, you know what I'm saying? Like right now, he's in a little thing with Plies because they did the same beat or something or whatever. Like, I don't know if you saw it, but if you didn't,
I did see that come across.
Yeah, it's just like, dog, just
like, why are you so angry,
just handle it behind the scenes and keep getting money, bro. Like,
yeah,
you know, and shout out to Soulja Boy because he's one of the first to really be our internet rapping superstar.
Yes.
Like, he used the internet. He's the one to first use the internet to his advantage and blow up off of it, and then get signed to Interscope and do the mainstream thing. But he was the first to do that. So shout out to Soldier Boy. Like he gets the flowers of that, definitely. So regardless of people think about his music, him, whatever, he is the first internet rapping superstar.
And people hate on him for it.
It is what it is, you know. I'm not a fan. I respectfully, he might yell it, he might scream my name. If so, shit, go ahead, say Big Vegg. Go ahead. But you know, I'm not a fan of his music, but I understand his contribution. You know, if it wasn't for him, we wouldn't have like ringtone at the time, and you know what I'm saying. YouTube. Putting stuff on YouTube videos, like he was the first. So
absolutely, he was making it happen.
Yeah, he putting beats online, like because he produced with Fruity Loops and all that. Like, bro, like he was the first. Like he gets those flowers. Like
people don't want to give him credit for what he did for the culture. I'm not a fan of his by any means.
Nor am I.
But right. But to the point, he did something that no one else did.
He paved the way.
Started something that everyone else kind of followed suit. Right.
Yeah. Especially now, people, you know, you do music in the studio, shoot the video, upload on YouTube. He did all that by himself. Like you know, with no camera crew, he did this, you know, like camcorder and PC computer. Like he did, like you gotta, you gotta give respect when it's due. Like, you know, flowers when it's due.
Absolutely.
Soldier Boy was the first. Shout out to Soldier Boy.
Absolutely. So I want to talk about Music Monday videos.
It's MMV, Music Monday videos, man.
You know, so this is a platform from what I'm reading about, you know, helping up and coming artists. Is this the show that Andromeda was on?
No. I meant Andromeda way after that.
Right, but you just did a recent interview with her. I didn't know if this was the same show.
No. That was Pass the Torch. That was Pass the Torch radio.
Okay. Well, that's next. So
yeah, for sure. You know. But we're talking about Music Money videos. Music Money videos. History behind Music Money videos. It was started by a brother by the name of Damien Emile. He comes out of Paterson, New Jersey. I always call Paterson, New Jersey my second home because that's where I really honed my skills in interviewing, right?
Okay.
Keep in mind, I'm from Rockland County. You know, 845, right?
Yes, sir.
I would take the train from Nanuet to Secaucus, transfer from Secaucus to Paterson, New Jersey.
Okay.
2-3 hour train ride. Every time this man called me and said, "Hey, listen, I need you to come and do an interview, blah, blah, blah." Cool. I'll be there on time, early, whatever.
Yeah.
Music Money Videos is a platform that it's basically like a new school video music box with a mixture of Yo MTV Raps where we do the interview. Let's say you're an artist, we do an interview, and you have a video, right? You have like 2-3 videos, right?
Yeah.
In between each part of the interview, we play a video, and then we come back. Interview portion. We'll be back after this.
Play
video, and then so on and so forth, right? Hence the name Music Monday Videos, right? And we drop the episode on Mondays, right? A little history behind that. Damien Emile started off by just posting videos online, I guess, music videos, and then he transitioned into making it an actual show with actual hosts.
Nice.
I got onto the platform in 2018. Once again, taking a train ride to Paterson, and my first interviewee was Chanel Red. If you guys don't know who Chanel Red, she is a 5-time Grammy-nominated songwriter from Paterson. She's basically a pen goddess when it comes to the pen. She wrote for Faith Evans and all that shit, like Destiny's Child. Like her resume in writing is something serious. She wrote for Allure, which I had a chance to interview like twice. Dope, right? But yeah, Music Money Videos is where is the platform I really hone my skills when it comes to interviewing. Damien DeMille was like my Coach Carter, where he really brought me. He took me under his wing, and said, "No, Veg, you gotta do it like this." Veg, you're stuttering too much. Like he told me stuff that I didn't want to hear.
Right, and you need that.
Constructive criticism. And I'm like, got you, understood. And even if I did it again, he's like, Veg, you're doing it again, bro. We gotta do it over. Got you.
It's about honing your craft.
Like I mean, sometimes you need that coach, and Music Money Videos is so important to my career because, like I said, I did my best interviews with Music Money Videos, and Rakim is one of them. The whole Rock the Bells festival I did under that platform. You know what I'm saying? Like I really hone my skills, and and I could say that Damien DeMille took a liking to me because before I got there, he was dealing with a bunch of other hosts. And I was one of the hosts that joined the roster. And every time he would call somebody, let's say he called one host and that host wasn't available. Okay, cool. Let me see if Veg is available. He called me, and if I was available, all right, cool. And if I wasn't available, then he called somebody else to, so right. He go down the line of the host who was available. Boom, boom, bam, right? So it got to a point that he called me, and 4.9 times out of 5, I was available, and I was just ready. On top of me being ready, I also brought people onto the show. I brought artists to get interviewed, to come to Patterson and do interviews. You know what I'm saying? I wasn't just a host waiting for the call.
Right. You had a lot to bring to the table to contribute to the show.
And to go on top of that, I also offered like, hey, listen, if you need somebody to edit your episodes, I'll do that as well. Like I'm big on being like a team player.
Mm-hmm.
Like if I'm not just trying to join and then like, okay, cool, call me whenever you're ready. Like whatever. I'm a team player. That's why a lot of people like rock with me because they know Big Veg is gonna put that work in.
Right. You're not there to, just be a part of something.
Yeah. I'm a contribute, bro. Like whatever I could do to help, what I mean? And it could be the littlest thing. Like even like, I edited some episodes for Music Money Videos to take weight off of him.
Absolutely.
You know what I'm saying? So, but yeah, MMV, man, that was a good venture. I'm doing something else. I'm doing obviously, pass the torch now. Right. But MMV was a big contribution to my career, especially in my media correspondent career. So big shout out to Music Money Videos. Patterson is my second home.
Absolutely.
Shout out to Patterson, New Jersey. Shout out to everybody from Patterson, New Jersey. Shout out to Damien DeMille. He didn't have to be a Coach Carter to me, but he was, and shout out to him. Word.
Absolutely. So I want to take a moment before we get into pass the torches to talk about Mikey D.
Oh man.
The
Park Jam legend himself.
Anyone who knows Mikey D, he's to me, he's like you in a sense. Like when I think of hip hop, right?
Yeah.
Like really define what hip hop is for me.
Yeah.
I think of Tribe Called Quest.
Yeah.
I think of Nas. I think of KRS-One. I think of Cool Mo D.
Cool G Rap.
LL Cool J.
The GOAT.
Mikey D is also in that category. And there's because there's people that do this, right? And shout out to our fellow 845 being Oswin Benjamin, also
Yeah, no doubt, no doubt, no doubt.
also in
Everybody,
there.
everybody in 845, everybody in 845, everybody,
Every,
everybody. Just cause it's 845, everybody in 845, just cause,
you in it, even if you're not in it, you in it.
Damn right, word up.
When I think of hip hop, I think of names like that, and he's in that conversation.
As
You
he
know,
should.
you guys are real close friends.
That's my word.
Just a little background of maybe how you met and like how you've helped one another. Because he's another one. He puts his all in everything, even making commercials inside of Pepsi. Like, he puts his all in everything.
Mikey, how I met Mikey D. John Eldred. He was on set for one of the ciphers. And he was there. He was just there, and he's like, and respectfully, I didn't grow up on Mikey. You know what I mean? I didn't grow up listening to him. I wasn't. I can't say I was a fan growing up on Mikey D, but when I met him, it was just cool. Like, he was really cool. Like, he was just a cool brother. Like, you know what I'm saying? He was on set for one of John Eldred's ciphers.
Yeah, the one with like 27,000 people that C4 sponsored.
No. It was before that.
Oh, okay. You're saying not the one he was in. The one there was another one.
He was just a spectator. He was just chilling. Like, he was I guess an extra. I guess we call it.
Okay.
Yeah. It was the one like coming out of the pandemic. Or was it before? Maybe it was before. I don't know. Anyway, I don't know. But the thing about it is, it was definitely, you know what? It was definitely a cipher before he was in the cipher.
Okay.
And but it was definitely the one where there was like 50 people. 50 people.
The one he was in had mad people. It was like 13.
Yeah, it was a lot. But you can't take away from Johnny contributing to the 845 because he loves the artists out here. And I'm forever in debt. I'm fucking with Mikey D because of John Eldred.
Okay.
John Eldred Jr. placed me in position. Now, don't get twisted. I did the work. I came out. I came to do my thing. Like, I was there. Don't get twisted. I came. I went to go and get it. But John Eldred was the one that put all of it together.
Right. So, shout out to Central Sun Studios too.
So no matter what, he gets his flowers because he could have just not had Mikey D on it, and it just could have been another cipher with 845 artists. Nothing wrong with that. I'm just saying, right. like the parallel of how everything came together, right? John Eldred put that together. So he gets his flowers, you know what I'm saying? But that's when we really started connecting and building, you know what I'm saying? And I met him for the cipher, and then we just started building, bro. And then I think the pandemic hit, so he's like, yo, and then he reached out to me because I guess he remember me, and we started just building. He's like, yo, Veg, I want to build a platform where we kind of pass the torch to these new artists and put on for the old school and the OGs and keep them relevant. Call it pass the torch, man. I'm like, word, yeah, let's do it, bro. Let's do it. Let's make it happen. You know what I mean? And we had like meetings over the phone because this was during the pandemic where we couldn't meet up, and the whole world was shut down and shit. But yeah, man, it was a good time, man. Like, we built, and we just built this organic relationship, friendship, and fast forward 3-4 years later, bro, like, I'm his right hand, he's mine. I was just on stage with him doing his hype man. I was his hype man, bro.
Okay. So you guys are tight like that, and that's a beautiful thing to have, that one Like you were saying, dependable people are a dime a dozen.
Yes,
right?
yes. That's my dog. That's my dog. Shout out to Mikey D, the Park Gym legend from Queens.
Absolutely. So that's how Pass the Torch started. So for those who don't know what Pass the Torch really is, break down for the viewers what Pass the Torch is and about, and the purpose of Pass the Torch.
Pass the Torch is a platform where it's self-explanatory. We're passing the torch to brothers and sisters that's trying to be seen, brothers and sisters that's trying to learn, brothers and sisters they feel like they don't got it anymore, but we keep them relevant. So we're talking about the past, the present, the future, right?
Yeah.
The past, talking about the OGs, forefathers. You know what I'm saying? We keep them relevant, right? Mikey D's could be considered the past, right? He represents the past. He represents the OGs, right?
Absolutely.
Then we have the present, which is me. I represent, because I came in, found my love for hip hop during the golden era, which was the 90s, into the 2000s, right? Early 2000s. So I represent the present. I bring I bridge the gap between, the old and the new. And then there's the future, right? We have the future where we have these young cats, Young and For Media, Noah and Matthew. They're youngsters, right? They're young kings, and they basically are youngins that hold down the next generation for the future. So we got the past, the present, the future. We're holding down all the elements in the timeline of life, right? As far as everything.
Right.
But that's everything in a nutshell, man. Pass the torch. We're just passing the torch to everybody, brother. That's all, man. Just putting on, man, for the past, the present, and the future. And that's simple. And I do the interviews. We go on site to events. I do the interviews. I interview all the independent artists that's there. Like we were just in Atlantic City at a music convention put together by my man Rob Swartz. Who Mag, Distro Fest 3 was dope. I interviewed like 25 people. It was crazy.
And it's that's great, a great platform to have because I just started. I'm about to start pushing this, but I just started working with this company named All Right Entertainment.
All right.
And they've actually like given me a percentage of their company.
Oh, equity.
Yes. And now I'm working with artists. Their main artist is this guy. Our main artist is a man named Glitzy, young guy. He's been on Power. He's been on The Shy. He's about to be on Father of Harlem. He makes music. He models. He's just relocated to New York. And now there's a showcase next month in Queens. Now, one thing that I have put on my back to make happen is to get people in the 845 recognized because we're not. In terms of music.
Yeah.
My good friend, my brother Naj Murph died in 2020, and he was one of the greatest rappers I ever heard. And to us, he made it, but to me, it wasn't enough.
Right.
So now it's we have Osmond, sure, we have Partisan Fontaine, sure, but there are other artists who need to do it. So there's a showcase called Winterfest. It's at a club in Queens. It's December 14th. I started with 5 artists. Built those spots. They gave me 10 artists. I think I'm up to 9. He just said I can have 20 artists. So now we're starting to fill this out. Cracker Jack's gonna be there. Oh,
is that the one I saw? I think he put up a flyer for that.
Yes, he did. Yep, he did. Yep. So he's
shout out real quick. Shout out to Cracker Jack. He's been a good friend of mine, and during my not to cut you off. You good. Don't forget what you got to say.
You good.
But, Cracker Jack, I've known him since like he came to my studio first.
Okay.
Like crack. I'm talking about like he built his artistry as far as a recording artist. He came to me first. Like I was his first studio. I was his first sound engineer. Like we go back, man. Like and Cracker Jack is dope. He's such a ill lyricist. Like he's like a white Cool G rap.
Word.
I swear, with his lyricism, he's like a white Cool G rap mix. You put a little Big Pun, a little Big L, like he's just Caucasian.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Cracker Jack is dope. You know what I'm saying? That's dope that you're doing this showcase. It's December 14th.
December 14th in Queens. Yeah.
Okay.
And now
I'm gonna see about coming through. I'm about to come through and do some interviews. You know what I mean? What's up?
So now this is bringing it to my idea.
You gonna be there?
I'm gonna be there.
Right,
I got too many artists to not be there.
No.
Too many.
No, but sometimes you hook it up and you do from afar, and then you just, you know what I mean, but if you're gonna be there, all right, noted. All right, noted.
Absolutely. Yeah.
Do me a favor. Do me a favor after this broadcast.
Yeah.
Send me that flyer so I could just have that. So
okay, I got you.
So I want to see. First I gotta make sure my calendar is free for that day, which I believe it is. But let me just make sure. I want to make sure. Please send me that flyer after we're done with this, please.
I got you for sure.
Thank you.
But my idea is my business partner and the majority owner, his name's Anthony AR, and he offered me another showcase, but I couldn't swim it. It was a Tuesday, it's Long Island, it's gonna be hard.
Oh yeah, right? It's kind of far.
If I can get 30 artists, I can get a showcase in Newburgh or in Poughkeepsie, Middletown. So now I can do that showcase, and now the company will support it and put up the funds for it. And once it comes together, if you want to come on and be media, because that would be phenomenal. Because I really want.
We could talk. We could talk. We could talk. We could build on it, bro. Let's see what I mean. I see your passion. It's organic, you know. You're not trying to take advantage of nobody. You are really, and above everything, you're trying to put the 845 on. So anything I could do to help, I mean, bro, it's nothing. So let's see what we could do. Let's have a conversation after this, and let's see what we could do. For sure.
Absolutely. So yeah, once we get those in place, I would, I want to keep this 845. So
right. And also, like I said, Mike D's my right hand, so I could try to incorporate him in any type of way. I can tell him like, yo, bro, we gotta do this, da 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 da. All right, let's do it.
Well, even if he wants to perform, he can get up there. I mean,
it's in Queens, so it's in Queens. So
right for that one, for that one, that's all set. But once we get here, right, that one's set. He wants to perform, that's cool, whatever. But once they give that green light for this one, that's gonna be here, Middletown, Poughkeepsie, Newburgh, somewhere, Rockland, somewhere in the 845.
No doubt.
I want that 845 because my original thing is to do it outdoors, right? Like, have local vendors, have our people there, and just put the spotlight on the 845.
Okay,
that's the key. That's my vision.
That will be a good summer event,
right? He's like, we could do it in January. I'm like, no,
it's too
you're
cold.
not messing up my vision, bro.
Too cold.
I have a vision for this.
Ain't nobody gonna come out and perform in the cold, respectfully.
Right. No, I have a specific vision for this. And I think once we do this showcase, we start doing a couple more, he'll start to see it, and then we'll get it all together for sure.
Absolutely. No, definitely, man. We're gonna make it happen. Word.
Absolutely.
Dope.
So we're just about here at the end.
Okay.
And I want to know what's next for Big Veg, because you do so much. Is there anything you're looking to add to your set of skills, or any certain projects we should be looking out for, whether it's videos, whether it's interviews, or what's going on next for Big Veg?
I think the biggest thing right now is Pass the Torch Radio. That has become my new venture with Mikey D and Young and Four Media. We kind of just started that. That's on Chuck D's platform, Rap Station 365, which our show is Mondays. And if you miss the Monday show, it repeats on Wednesday. Then if you miss that show, the Friday is the repeat after the repeat. You know what I'm saying? So that's kind of like my next biggest thing is just, I'm back on internet radio after doing Rock Runner Radio for 4 years. So I think that's just my next biggest thing is just, pushing this pass the torch movement and keep on inspiring people like yourself to do their thing. Just pushing, keep on pushing. Being a dope, cool king to my queen.
Can't go wrong doing that.
You know what I'm saying? And just keep on inspiring people to follow their dreams and chase it, man. Because we live in crazy times, bro. Where people could easily get depressed. People could get easily, could lose faith. Could easily just, not have a purpose. But once they find their purpose, which is from within, then everything else is going to be golden. You know what I'm saying? So
it's funny, and I have to tell this story now.
Tell it. Come on.
I tell it every episode, but you said the word, and it sparks it. So I remember some years back.
Yes, sir.
I always get the years wrong. I don't really remember them, but
right.
I for some reason 2012 sticks out around that time.
2012, okay.
Facebook was like just becoming a thing, and I was having a tough time with life. And, I actually posted a status about committing suicide.
Really?
And
wow.
And I posted it, and then like a little bit of time went by, like I don't know, maybe 30-40 seconds, and I deleted it. So my friend who passed away, Naj, he calls me. The phone rings. I don't answer, and it rings, keeps ringing. So I'm like, yo. He goes, yo, I seen what you posted. And then I tried to play it off, right? I'm like, what are you talking about? He goes, nah, bro, you're not gonna play me. I seen it. So I'm just like, I said, but I deleted it. He goes, listen.
Right.
He said, you can't take your life,
right?
Because you haven't found your purpose.
Right.
He goes, you don't know, you may not know what that is.
Right.
I don't know what it is. You could find it next week, you could find it next month, you could find it next year, you could find it 10 years from now.
That's a fact. That's a fact.
So when he passed away in 2020, I have felt like I hadn't fulfilled it. Hell, I hadn't even tried to look for it. So I picked up my camera. I started doing photography again.
There you go.
That was the start. Like I have a passion for it.
Yeah.
But it's just something that's kind of like it comes and it goes. Like sometimes I just don't be feeling like doing the camera. Like I just don't feel like it. Like it's more of like I'd love for it to be all, but to me it's like still like kind of like now becoming a hobby because now my passion is with this podcast. Like I started with a sports show, but then it went to this show, and this is the show that's really, really helping me branch. Right, this is the bread and butter. So but that's just I tell that story. That word purpose means everything to me, because
definitely.
I do this to really. It's my purpose, and I have to complete my goal.
That's right. Respect that. Respect, King. Respect, King. Keep doing it, bro. Because there's really no excuse nowadays. I interviewed the Jungle Brothers, and Mike G said, and I quote, "There's really no excuse for you to do anything nowadays you're really good if you have at least a computer.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? Or in this case, you can have like a mobile device, like,
Yeah.
you know what I'm saying? Like you're like nowadays, like back in the days, like in the 80s and the 90s, like it was a whole different ball game where there was a whole lot of you had to do a whole lot. These cats were signed to Tommy Boy Records, and then they had to do a whole lot to make sure that when their album came out, like people went to go out and buy it. Nowadays, it's just one click, boop,
Right.
out the world.
Well, and the other thing is, even too, in our world here of interviewing, like back then, we would have had to set up time for in person. We didn't have this. Okay, I'm gonna send you a link, and we're gonna talk and broadcast it to people, and then also people can go back and watch it. It was okay. We have to do make the date, make the time, find a place,
location, etc., etc., etc.
Right.
Yes, things. Once again, things was a lot challenging back then. But you know what it is too. Like, either way, new, old, whatever, you get it done. You do what it do. You keep it pushing. You keep it moving, my brother.
Absolutely.
On a personal note, I'm glad you didn't take yourself.
Appreciate that.
Because then we wouldn't have this moment.
Yes.
So.
Yes.
For those that are watching this and they might feel discouraged and they might feel depressed, like God gives you tomorrow to make it right. Every time you wake up, it's another day to make it right.
Absolutely.
A lot of people didn't make it today. A lot of people didn't make it to the end of today.
Mm-hmm.
Sadly, people are not gonna make it to tomorrow. People are not gonna wake up tomorrow. But when we wake up, right? Let's manifest, right? When we wake up tomorrow, our purpose continues. Like we keep on pushing that purpose. So respect, King. Respect, man. Definitely, man. And I know we gotta go. Can I tell this one story to inspire cats?
No, because I still got one more question. So no, you're good. You're good. Keep going.
Okay. So,
well, you said to inspire cats. Is that what you said?
Yes, I did.
So it's convenient. Okay, so we're gonna work it like this because you're gonna say something inspiring. I end each episode with a positive ending message. So you kind of just went right to it. So pretty much this is an opportunity for the guests to say anything that's inspiring and uplifting to who's watching or who may watch this back. The floor is yours.
I will say this. In this era, anything could happen. Anything could happen to kind of throw you off. Like you think you're about to take over the world, and then this one thing happens to throw you off the spectrum, and you got a detour, right? Quick story, right? So in 2017, keep in mind, I bought a camera in 2015, started teaching myself how to shoot, edit, etc., etc., etc. 2 years later, 2017, still didn't know what I was doing. I was just shooting the shoot, didn't know about no settings, no nothing, like I know now, right? 2017, November. I'm coming home from a gig, right? Or I'm coming off of a gig, right? I'm in the city, Times Square, the core of Times Square, right? I'm right by the Port Authority. I go to a 7-Eleven. I go in to get snacks, chips or something, right? Whatever. Go in. I got my camera bag on me in my hand. I'm carrying it, whatever.
Mm-hmm.
I go into the store. I grab the chips, but I put my camera bag down. I put it down, right? Grab the chips, right? I go to pay for the chips and I leave the store. The camera bag is still in the store.
Oh.
So I head up to the Port Authority because I got to get a ticket to catch the bus back to Rockland, right? 845 shit, right? I'm walking. I'm like a block away. It's a block away, right? Just a block, but I don't have my camera bag on me. I'm moving and grooving. I don't know. Like I'm just moving, right? I go get the ticket, right? I go into the Port Authority. I'm taking my sweet time because I'm just chilling, right? The work is done, the gig is done. So it's like it's on me to go home whenever I want. 15, right. 20 minutes pass by. Once again, I don't have my camera bag. It's in the store, 7-Eleven, right? Go get the ticket. I think I'm talking to the guy. I think I'm a friendly guy. I like to talk, right? Whatever, right? Talking to the guy. We politicking, whatever. There's nobody behind me, so we're talking. 20, 25 minutes have passed by. I don't have my camera bag.
And you haven't realized it.
I haven't realized it. Get the ticket. All right, yo, peace, bro. I'm about to catch the next bus. Boom, boom, bam. Grab the ticket. I put the card and credit card in my wallet. Grab the ticket. I look around because that's when I realized you want to grab everything to make sure I have everything. I finally realized I don't have my camera bag. 20, 25 minutes pass by. Bro, the minute I walked out of that 7-Eleven, that bag was gone. I'm running back to the 7-Eleven. The bag is gone. I lost my camera, 2 lenses, a shotgun mic, a couple SD cards. I think a light was in there. I lost a good $800 to $900 plus in 30 minutes.
And lenses aren't cheap either.
No, they're not. Especially at the time, like I didn't know. Like I didn't know, right? So I go home, I take the L. I don't bitch, I don't moan, I don't go on Facebook. Oh, these motherfuckers took my camera. I don't do all that. I don't do that. I go home, and but luckily, a gig prior to that gig earlier that day,
yeah,
a gig didn't pay me yet. So, and this was the era before Cash App, before Zelle, before
and PayPal.
Venmo, yeah. So they had to send a check to me. But I called them. I told them my situation. I'm like, yo, someone took my camera. Oh, okay, Veg, I got you. We're gonna overnight the check to you, right? So they overnight the check to me. Get the check in the mail. Take that check. Go to the bank. Put that in the bank, and I come back, right? Luckily, this is around November. And Black Friday sales is going on, you know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
So this is kind of happened at the perfect time. So put the money in the bank, come back to the crib, and I look online for Black Friday sales. I see the bundle that I like, whatever. I order it. The gig, they gave me a little extra dough. So I'm like, all right, cool. So let me order rush delivery, right?
Okay.
Because people are calling me. They're like, yo, Veg, are you available? I need you to come shoot, And I told them, I'm not going to tell them my camera got stolen. I'm going to tell them, no, I'm booked. I'm not available. So they obviously, what they're going to do, they're going to go to somewhere else. They're going to go to somebody else. So I'm losing clients.
Yeah, you don't want to do that.
So I ordered the new bundle, the camera bundle package, rush delivery. So I should receive it in about 2 to 5 days, right? Cool. Boom. Order it, paid for, boom. 2 to 5 days pass. I don't have my package. So I gotta call the company up. Yo, what's up? I've ordered rush delivery. Oh, I'm sorry, sir. Black Friday sales is kind of pushing everything back. You should receive your package in about a day or 2. All right, cool. Click, right? Day or 2, right? I wait, right? A day or 2 passes by, no camera. Call him back. Like, yo, I waited, You know what I'm saying? Oh, sorry, sir, it's still backed up. Let me talk to your manager, right? So I get on the phone with the manager, right, of the spot. He's like, I told him, like, bro, listen. Told him my situation about my, situation, lose my camera, blah, blah, blah. So I need my camera. I'm losing clients daily, yo. And he goes, all right, yo, listen. I see your package right here. It will get sent out. You're guaranteed to get it in the next day or 2. I promise you that. All right, cool. Before I get to the next thing, the biggest thing to have in this industry is patience. You will get tested every now and then. Your patience, whether it be waiting for somebody to interview or waiting for a moment to happen, or in this case, right, Patience, yo. So, boom.
Patience is a virtue.
Yeah, absolutely. So another day or two passes by, got my package, back in the game, got the camera, accessories, and all that, back in the game. All right, cool, right? Boom. A day or two later, another package comes in, right? I'm thinking it's for my mom, right? I'm thinking, oh, because I didn't order nothing else. I'm tapped out of cabbage. I ain't got no more money, right?
Right.
So I look at the name, it says my name on it. I'm like, oh, okay. Bring the package in. I open the package. It's the same camera sent to me a second time. So they sent the package to me twice.
Obviously, one.
So now I got two of the same cameras and all the same accessories twice. Times two to the second power. Good karma. God was like, listen, I see you, bro. I see you struggling. I got you. Hold this L. L's a lesson. Hold this L. Hold this L, and I got you, right? Went through all of that. I got two cameras. And it's crazy because after that, I got like two camera jobs where I got an internship at Power 105. Where I was up interning up there and shooting my man Emizi's joint, his stuff, but I needed two angles. I had two cameras to do that.
Now you got two cameras.
On top of all this, when I was down and I couldn't go nowhere because I didn't have no camera, I started to look on the internet on forums and shit and just learn how to shoot. I learned and acquired the knowledge to be a better cameraman. So through that experience, I became a better camera guy. I became a better camera operator. So I've truly learned, like, you know, how to shoot, like the settings of my camera, like what to do, what not to do, and you know, like just the knowledge, but the science. I learned the science, and you know, that was a test that I will never forget because an average person nowadays, especially in this sensitive era, they would have gave up. They would have gave up. Like, I ain't doing this shit again. Mom, I lost my camera, whatever. But I was determined, bro. I ain't giving up. I put too much work. Even though I didn't really know what I was doing to a degree, I put a lot of work into where I was going and where I was at.
Where you were ascending.
Bingo. So, yeah, man. So that's just my story, man. I try to tell it on every show because people could get easily discouraged. People could get easily depressed, and we live in very trying times nowadays. So you gotta keep pushing. If you believe, and Ice the God is a perfect example. Nobody can tell him nothing. They tell him he's whack. They tell him whatever. He'd be like, all right, whatever. It's not for you.
That's true because, you know, like when I there's certain things out there that, like, take Travis Scott for example, right? People love that guy, love him. They think he's so good.
Right.
Now, you will probably appreciate this coming from your age of hip hop. I think he's horrible.
Yeah, I'm not a fan either. I'm not a fan.
Because to me, like, I didn't grow up in that age, but I had Jay. I had Nas.
Right.
You know, my first album I bought was Harlem World by Mace.
Wow.
You know, like I had, you know, Busta Rhymes.
Yeah. Golden era shit. Golden era.
You know, like, you know, but not as gold. Like, it's kind
so
of
no. We can say millennial.
Okay.
Late 90s,
right.
Early 2000s, kind of transitioning from shiny suit era to like DMX and
yes,
you know, 50 Cent and Hove, Blueprint, Stillmatic.
Right. That was my time.
Yeah,
I then later went back to listen to All the Tribe and you know and you know and Brand Nubian, EPMD and De La Soul, like, you know, but like so for me, it's like, yo, I just can't, like, you know, I just don't, that's just not really my forte. So
can't get jiggy with it. Can't get jiggy with it.
No. So it's just, it's just one of those things. It's difficult. Like you like what you like, you know,
Yeah. That's just what it is,
and
really.
that you know, and that's what I try to tell people. You know, not everything is for everyone, but like for me, I'm a sucker for lyrics. So like if you're
Yeah.
not rapping about anything with any relevance or any substance, kind of
Yeah.
like you said, right?
Yeah.
Like it's not for
Yeah.
me. Now, that's
Yeah.
not to say that I won't give something an opportunity. I'll give
Right.
something an opportunity.
Sure.
I'll at least give it a listen. But I'm like if it ain't for me, like yo, no disrespect to what you do, but
Right.
that just ain't for me.
Yeah, and that's okay.
Yes,
That's okay. Everybody ain't gonna like whatever. It's just people gotta understand that. And to any artist that's tapping in, like don't be mad when somebody criticizes your music. Like we live in a very sensitive era now where you can't tell somebody the truth. You
right.
know, I've gotten Big Veg, the most friendly person ever. I tell people the truth when it comes to their music, and I've gotten blocked mad times, man. Like,
That's
come
because
on.
people don't want to live in a real world. They want to live in a society where their thoughts is actual reality.
But I tell
So
you this: if I was an A&R, like a freaking like a you know, like let's say a Heavy D, for example, for like a Uptown Records, and you was in my business meeting, and I told you your music was whack, what are you gonna do? You gonna yell at me and whatever? Nah. You're gonna be like, all right, I mean, go back and let me resurface it and maybe do better, whatever. I don't know, but a lot of artists nowadays are very, very sensitive, and you can't tell them nothing. You know what I'm
well,
saying?
it's
So
funny because one of my duties with All Right Entertainment is me and the majority owner will
yeah,
be building an A&R department. So he was really keen on not doing anything in Newburgh, and I showed him. I'm sure you're familiar with Ralph Mavor. I
yeah.
showed him the family video from the Mavors, and he was like blown away. He was just like, wow. I was like, yo, all this talent's in Newburgh. I said, that's
Yeah.
just Newburgh. I said, I don't know what's in Kingston. I don't know what's in Poughkeepsie. I don't know what's in Rockland. I don't know any of that. But what I do know is I know Newburgh. And
Uber.
you know what? It's a good starting point.
That's
You
what I'm
know?
saying. No, definitely, man. But my point is, just gotta keep pushing, man. No matter what goes on, no matter what you go through, just keep pushing, man. You know what I mean? There's a purpose for you. Kind of like what you said earlier. Sometimes it takes a year, might take you 5 years, might take you 10 years. You'll find it though. You just patience, man. Patience is a virtue. You gotta be ready. You just gotta be ready. And when that moment comes, be ready for it, man. Just be ready for that moment because that's the moment you've been waiting for.
Mm-hmm.
Don't ruin that moment. When that moment starts, when that moment knocks, open that door and be ready. Word
And
up.
like I just like now like people I talk to people and they just be like, yo, how you doing this, that, and that. I said, you know what I do? I invite myself to tables I wasn't invited to.
Right.
Just sit down.
Mm-hmm.
Just sit down. You blow down doors that are closed.
Yeah, yeah.
Just invite
Kick them down.
yourself to these.
Kick them down. Kick down the doors for sure.
Kick them.
Definitely, brother. Definitely. I will say, man, I'm very impressed by your journalistic groove of interviewing.
Appreciate that. It means a lot coming from you, for real.
I'm one to give flowers when you're here to smell them, and you did very well, and keep doing it. You're obviously I hear your voice, and it's a big voice where you're saying, Newburgh. It's like how I scream 845, right? 845 ins, right? So I scream Rockland. So I only respect those that's really doing it for the passion. Don't let money destroy that.
Nah.
Don't let kind of like how we said earlier, like, oh, Veg, I got $2 million. What's up? Like, don't because don't Don't let the money steer you off, because you have this purpose that you're putting together for you and your in Newburgh, and what you have, your team, your people. I feel the passion that you're doing, so I commend you. And any way I could help, please reach out. I'll be busy. Don't get it twisted. I'm disclaimer. I'm very busy, but
you're busy, but you're also reachable.
Yeah. Let's just say that. But I'm saying, reach out to me if you need any help with anything. If you have any questions,
will do. I took your number off the resume too, so I saved it.
There you go. That's
for me, sometimes the Instagram. I'm old school. Yeah. I like phone numbers.
Yeah, I'm the same way. I'm the same way. Yeah, I'm the same way. I call people, man, but definitely, man,
I had a person hit me for an interview, right? They wanted to come on, and I'll let anyone come on, honestly, except one said person, right?
Right.
I'll let the guy, I don't know him. He heard about me from word of mouth, liked the show, wants to come on. So he hit me, and then like 4 days went by. I didn't see or hear the message. I'm like, oh my God, I'm sorry. I was like, yeah, let's do it. And then he hit me again with a date, and that didn't work. So then another 4 days went by. Yeah. So now I'm like, that's why when we want to talk business, I'm like, no, give me your phone number.
Yeah,
because
that's cool.
I'll at least see a message. Sometimes like Instagram, 6, 7, 8 messages come out. I don't scroll or like, oh, that's BS. Same thing, Facebook, or you hear it or you know it, or if I'm at work, I don't remember it. But a text, I'm going to remember seeing a text.
Absolutely. No, definitely, brother. But definitely, man, keep doing your thing, my brother. I commend you once again. Anytime you need any type of help from me, bro, especially when it comes to this 845 shit, bro, let me know, man. I will do my best to do whatever, if I can't come out to the event, send me the flyer, I'll post it.
I'll send you that flyer. I'm trying to get all my artists' flyers because I want to put them all together and just explain what I'm doing. And I'm trying to just get people to jump on and trying to make as much of the showcase as I can.
Right. Last thing.
Yeah.
You're dealing with a lot of artists, right?
Yeah.
Be careful when you're in that realm, because you're dealing with a lot of artists. So it's like, how can I explain this? I don't want to sound too cold, but artists are going to be, damn, this is going to sound mean, but this is the honest hour, right?
You got to be honest. Go for it.
Artists are be ready to be disappointed. Because you're gonna some artists that you think is gonna be ready, top of the line, and professional and ready to go. Those artists might be the artists that might let you down. Don't let that discourage you and what you're trying to do for Newburgh. Don't stop what you're doing because one artist messes you up mentally and possibly financially. Maybe you're investing in this person or persons, whatever, right? So just be ready, because I've been in this game for 20 plus years. I've seen a lot of people come and go. I've been disappointed a couple of times. So just be ready, because you might run into a couple people that you thought was, and even you might run into people that you thought was thorough, and they get side ranged with the money. They see money and they go that route, but you told them not to go that route, but they still went that route, and that messes up relationship. Now you're looking at him funny or her, then they dissing you, like then it becomes a whole thing.
Right. Yeah, those are the types of things, like to your point, is it's hard to not mix business and pleasure, right?
But it's not even that. It's just hard to even see things coming.
Right.
Sometimes you don't see things coming. Sometimes you don't see anything going wrong. Shit just goes left. Like when I lost my camera, I didn't see that coming. Right. Lucky that was a blessing in disguise. Shout Shout out to God, but I'm just saying, like, you just don't see it coming. I'm just warning you because you're on a path where you're trying to put on Newberg.
Right.
You're trying to put artists from Newberg on, right? You're trying to put the 845 on.
Yeah.
So I'm doing my duty as the OG. I'm trying to make sure that you understand. Like, just be careful, bro. Don't let that one artist that you believed in, you went on loud, you you killed for, you invested in time and all that. Don't let that mess you up and stop doing what you're doing for Newberg. Because now that takes away the opportunities for Newberg.
And for other artists, you know, who are just even in the area.
Right. Because now those good artists lost their opportunity because you told them, oh yeah, we about to do the showcase, but then that one artist that messed you up, then you quit. You know, just be ready, bro. Because some artists ain't about this grind in life. They're not ready. They say they're ready.
Yeah.
But people don't know they're ready until they get to a point of struggle.
And it's like, oh, because now they got to figure out, like, it's like,
yeah,
and it's like, I
yeah.
wasn't ready for this, you know, and you know, and the thing is, they'll keep striving doing it, and they won't tell you. Like, if you we get to a point, and you're like, listen, bro, I don't think I can do this. I'm gonna be upset, probably, but you know what? I respect you. But you know, you know, all it takes is a conversation. Sometimes,
just be ready, man.
I think it was Big Sean that said sometimes a disagreement can be fixed with a heart-to-heart, something like that, or a misunderstanding can be fixed with a heart-to-heart.
Most definitely. No, definitely. Definitely. I actually had a heart-to-heart with somebody earlier, so that is a fact. When you see something and you don't want to get misinterpreted, you call and weigh it out. But
right,
definitely,
because
definitely, man.
Know, I try to say to people like where I work with John, who work in Nabisco. People get upset and they start talking to me about stuff. I'm like, yo, I'll listen to what you got to say.
No doubt.
But you need to go to that person and fix that. And you know, whatever you're feeling. Me, I try to stay out of everyone's politics. I just want to do my job, make my money, and go home. You know?
I hear that, brother. Loud and clear.
The last thing is, if anyone wants to find you, you know, for interviews or any of the things that you do,
yes, sir.
Where can they find you?
Pass the Torch Media on Instagram. We just made that Instagram, so we gotta get these numbers up. So Pass the Torch Media. My personal joint is Big Vegg, BIG VEGG. You see it right here. There you go, right there. BIG VEGG. You could Google me. I've been doing this 20 plus years. So you put Big Vegg, and you're gonna see something come up. So
listen, I appreciate you. Appreciate your time, your expertise, your knowledge, your willingness to help, and of course your time, because time is valuable.
Very much.
Thank everyone for tuning in to the Honest Hour. Tomorrow, I have Mike's Music Corner. Kels Turner returns. We're going to run it back and break down his EP, Killer Volume 1, song by song. That'll be a vibe. Thursday, I will be back on here with Jag. You know how that goes.
That's my guy, Jag. I just interviewed his uncle, MC Silver Fox.
Yeah.
The legend. I'm talking about, listen. MC, real quick. MC Silver Fox was the mentor to LL Cool J and Cool G Rap.
Jeez. What a small world.
Yo, make sure. Maybe, I might be, spoiler alert, whatever, but if Jag sees us, but when you see Jag, tell him like, yo, I just interviewed Veg, or he told me he ran into your uncle, MC Silver Fox, like please bring that up in the conversation. Please bring that up. Oh, I need to shout out Mikey D. That's my guy, Mikey D from Queens. Shout out to my queen, my lady Veg, Rena Tao. That's my baby. I'm actually about to go see her now. end the day with her. And shout out to everybody just that believes in me and you and everybody, man. It just takes one person to believe in your dream, plus yourself. It starts with yourself, but to have one other person that believes in you, definitely, man, tap in. Shout out to my man AK40 Devin too. He's a dope artist doing his thing. That's my turtle. Something serious. Man, 845. Everybody, I got too many people. It's like I'm getting into my Grammy speech. Shout out to everybody. Shout out to God. Shout out to everybody. I love everybody. No hate mail. I didn't forget anybody. I love you. Shout out to everybody. And shout out to my queen. Word.
I'm gonna let you hop off in with her. Appreciate you coming on. Appreciate everyone watching, and I'll see you tomorrow night on the Music Corner. Peace.
Peace. Something serious. 845.
Yes, sir.